gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi! Oh, what a great introduction. And it's so nice to see everybody here. What a great week it's been. I think we've done pretty good. We got our jabs this week. And so we're feeling pretty healthy. So I'm just going to get right into it because I know you guys are waiting to have your free readings.
There we go.
Do you see me now? Okay, so I am going to start out with an email from Gail G. And Gail G says, I am going to visit Mr. Maryland in 2 weeks and am hoping he opens the door and it all works. Whew, taking a chance. Oh, my goodness. My house is going up for sale tomorrow and needs to be sold soon. Well, I know you're in the right market for it. So let's see what the cards have to say for Gail, her little excursion to the States and selling her house. So we're just going to draw 3 cards and see what the 3 cards have to say, using my old friends, the Scapini deck here. And the first thing the tarot wants to tell you, okay, right now you need to be balanced about the money. You need to be careful about the money. And I know that's a really hot market. So I think that I get a feeling that what's saying is not to be impulsive about the money. Okay. 5 of coins reversed. Yeah, don't take the first offer you get. Boy, I'm not sure how Mr. Maryland's going to take this. You have the Lovers reversed, but it's on a positive side. I don't think he responds well to surprises. So forgive him for not being as welcoming as you think he should be. But he is going to enjoy your company and you are going to have a pleasant visit. But I think it'll be the last time you ever surprise him. He doesn't like to be surprised, as I said. As far as your house goes, I'm just going to cut up one more card. Yeah, don't be in too much of a hurry because you've got 8 weeks here. Give it 8 weeks. I know you want to sell it fast, but if you sell it fast, you're not going to get as much money. And there is going to be somebody who's going to kind of look at your property and look at your situation and going, oh yeah, she's distressed, and is going to purposely lowball you. So don't take the first offer that comes and don't let yourself be lowballed. Be willing to wait a little bit. Okay. So, and the next email we have comes from the ever-famous Virgo Queen. And the Virgo Queen is nervous because, well, first off, they're in lust. They're trying to have a baby, but they're also trying to get a house. And she wants to know, well, what's going to come first, the baby or the house? And, of course, they want to get something big and luxurious. And you know something? I'm in agreement with that one. You guys are just starting out, and you should surround yourself with things that make you feel good. So her question is, what's going to happen first? Okay. My biggest piece of advice to you, Virgo Queen, is relax and enjoy this part of your life right now. You are making memories, and we are all so jealous of you. Oh my goodness, how fun is it to be in lust? But let's see which comes first. Remember, when the babies come, that kind of puts a damper on the lust. Whew, we got cards that want to fall out for you. All right. Okay. It looks like the pregnancy is something that's going to happen over the summer. The house, it's funny because, I I know that Ivan just wants it just so. He wants it just so. And you're kind of more focused in on, I want to set up a home and have babies and, just be Betty, what's it called? Susie Homemaker. I want to be Susie Homemaker. But he does find the perfect place. The house falls together fast. So the house comes before the pregnancy. Just kind of a good thing. I'd like you to have just a little more time to enjoy your lust before you're changing diapers. Because baby, it's going to happen fast enough. Okay, so that was Virgo Queen. Ever popular Virgo Queen. And let's see who's next. And next we have Little Baddie. And Little Baddie wants to know about a family situation. Is that her dad is working for his cousin, and things are going good so far. And she's just wondering if the cousin and dad will continue this successful relationship. Well, it sounds pretty good. Let's see. Family can be tricky. Whew. And you got some falling out for you. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think that they already, setting up, they're old enough. I think they kind of knew themselves because it looks like they've put in just the right boundaries. And each has learned to make just the right moves, and they're working together really, really well. Yes. And it looks like there's also a new beginning there. So they've got maybe a big new customer coming in or something like that. But it feels like over the summer the business is going to flourish. Okay, so yes, they are working well. So far, so good. I like to see that. It's always nice when the adults act like adults, isn't it? Okay, so who is next here? And I know we have a lineup. We're getting close to the end. I know we are. I think I have 2 more. Just 2 more, okay? 2 more, 3 more. 2 more. 2 more, that's it. So the next one is from Wicked Fairy. And Wicked Fairy says, hello, Miss Sally. My Taurus and I are trying to spend alone time together and get romantic, but he works way too much for his own good. That's a Taurus thing. Might as well get used to it. My question for you, Miss Sally, is when do you see us spending alone time together? Well, let's see. Okay. Sometimes Tauruses can be that way. They can be workaholics. They can be stubborn. And I don't know why, but all of the earth signs can just be just a little cold sometimes. Maybe we're too grounded. Okay, so Wicked Fairy and her Taurus. Okay, so you get the number 2, and I think, it happens in the first few days of June. So other than that, first off, what I just told you that's going to happen the first few days of June, the High Priestess says you probably already knew that. It feels like you've got kind of this psychic attachment starting to happen. I like to see that. That's a good thing. Use your talents wisely. But it does show that, positively speaking, you're both healing. So I think this time, just this time of anticipation and just the teasing, the waiting, and all this is very healing for both of you. So enjoy it. Enjoy every second of this. It feels delicious. But yeah, you guys get your alone time in June. Good on you. Enjoy your Taurus, Miss Wicked. Okay. And last but not least, we have Patricia. And Patricia is very business-minded. And she's still kind of making up her mind as to what kind of a business she wants to open up. but she really needs to start her own business this year sooner than later. And she's right; it's a good time to start businesses. It's the pandemic has kind of leveled out the playing ground, leveled out the field. Okay, so she's thinking about maybe a cleaning company, maybe a bookkeeping company. So she just wants to see what's there business wise. So Patricia and business. See what the cards see for Patricia and business. So you have some changes coming up. Dead center, you have the death card. The death card, don't take a draw a breath in. The death card talks about changes, and specifically political changes, a change in perspective and a change in the way people look at you. And I've got the Knight of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands is reversed, and that feels like somebody who's been in your life, who's kind of been giving you, I don't want to say bad advice, but not good advice. And it's almost like this is somebody who you keep taking this not good advice, this mediocre advice from this person, and it feels like sort of the rose-colored glasses come off, and you see this person in a more realistic light, and you realize this person, whoever is advising you, not well. You start to understand that you're not getting as good of advice as you give yourself. And that's an operative word there, as you give yourself. So once you let go of, you need to look within yourself as far as what is best for you. But I know you said specifically, is it bookkeeping or is it cleaning? Ten of Wands reverse. That's funny. Okay. I would say it is cleaning. Because one of the things about the Ten of Wands is carrying somebody else's load. And when you're cleaning somebody else's house, that's basically what you're doing. So the cards seem to feel like that's a good way for you to go. Okay. So thank you guys for sending in the emails. Anybody else who wants to get read at the first segment of this show, just go ahead and send an email before 7 o'clock on Sunday, the day of the broadcast, to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com, and your questions will be answered first in this first segment. Now, I know that I have people waiting, but I want to let everybody know that if you want a reading with your queen, Sally Diane, I am doing readings online during lockdown, and to set up a reading with me, just send an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com, and we'll schedule a reading. Okay, so that's it. Who's first?
The cards are first.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. I got a present from California from the Queen of Sheba, the OG queen in the family, and she got me a deck of cards, and it is the Tarot of Dreams. And this is Carol Marchetti's, and it is a deck and a book set. And my producer kind of opened it up ahead of time, a little bit anyway. So we'll open up this box and see what it looks like. Now I want to work with it a little bit, but maybe I'll use it next week. If I can ever get this. There we go. Up. Da, 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 da. Okay. Ooh, the back of them look really pretty.
Hold them up.
See, that's what the back looks like. And the front of them, oh my, look at that. They're very mysterious looking. Got 6 of Cups here. Tree of Life, like that. And that, the Tree of Life, seems to be a bonus card, which I like that because anybody who's taken any of my classes know I will talk about the tarot and its relationship to the Tree of Life. So we will use this deck next week. I love it, Anita. I think it's beautiful. And thank you very much. I love getting prezzies from my family. They're awesome.
Well, who doesn't love that?
Yes, and from my friends.
So, are you ready for her questions live?
Sure.
Excellent. First we have, hello everybody. Kelly, Suzanne, Haunting Live is here. Sonia's here. And let's start off with Sonia, who's looking. Oh, she's not looking. Her husband's finally retiring, and he's talking about getting a part-time job. Is that going to happen? Or just wishful thinking? She needs to know so she can plan her life around that.
Well, let's see. Sonia's hubby getting a part-time job. Yeah, I think that, he does need to get out of the house every now and then. He's not the type to be there 24/7. Yes, it absolutely will happen. And it just has a feeling that it's just gets him out of the house enough that he's happy and he feels a little more lighthearted and he's giving back a little bit. I don't think, a lot of people don't really want to retire, don't really want to just not work at all. But it's nice when you can get yourself a little part-time job in retirement just for what they used to call pen money and to get out of the house. And he is going to find exactly what he's looking for. This is a very fortunate card and a great way to end your reading, Sonia. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Well, there you go, Sonia.
Stay tuned. Watch the rest of the show.
There.
We're so entertaining,
Find him hobbies to take him outside the house. Flying kites.
Get him out of your hair.
Hi, Jamil. Jamil wants to know about her family, her husband's future, her future, their future.
Okay. Jamil and her family. I'm just getting a picture of, I think you might have a couple of little kids. It just feels like you got like a really close-knit little family with a couple little ones. Okay. Starts out with a Page of Swords reversed. So I think you might have a little bit of a worry here. Knight of Wands reversed. And the Page of Cups reversed. Okay. Interesting. Now, I'm getting 3 characters. You remember I said when I closed my eyes, I saw you and your husband and two children. I don't know whether you have 2 children already, but it feels like all the people in your household are a little out of step. It feels like your husband feels like he's been set back a little career-wise because I think he probably had some definite plans and kind of, some people are really organized and want to do things ABCD and ABCD time, and he feels like he's kind of had that kind of organization about his path forward, and that hasn't quite worked out as he planned. So he's kind of having to learn how to think on his feet. He likes things planned. And tell him I said, don't worry, but by the time you reach about August or September, things will be a little bit more predictable, a little bit more settled down, and he can go back to doing things in his own planned way. And my guess is that these 2 pages are probably your kids, because I did see little ones around you, and they both. It does seem like everybody around you's just a little a little off their beat. And I don't think that's going to last forever. Let me just turn the cards over really quick here. Nope. See, it shows you as being the strength and the force that keeps everybody in line. And this is a good time for you to remind all your family about what their good traits are and what you love about them most. You can kind of pull everybody out of a funk that way. It looks like you're the strong one. You're the one to shine a light on illusions and delusions. So this is your time to be strong and to take the reins. Yeah. And by the end of this year, it looks like you're looking to add someone to your family.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Chirpy, chirpy, cheep, cheep.
Yeah.
Where's your mama gone? Kevin's looking for messages from spirit guides.
Okay, Kevin.
He didn't specify that they should be his own.
Well, I'm just going to assume that they should be his own.
Welcome, all newbies.
Welcome in.
Welcome back, all regulars.
Okay, so spirit message for Kevin. Kevin, you have a guardian angel that watches over you a lot, who wishes you'd listen to her a little bit more. Let's see what else is there. Okay, so one of the biggest messages given you is about business and career, and it says in the area of business and career, even though doing it your way has worked in the past, this is a time for you to learn to listen to some new ideas and some new perspectives in order to continue on a prosperous path. That's your message.
They have a message for you. Quit sugarcoating.
Well, does that count as one? That's a one. That's a one. Calling the queen on her stuff. Huh. All right.
Christina wants to know why her boyfriend hasn't returned messages. Christina wants to know why her ex-boyfriend hasn't returned messages.
Yeah. That's the way to put it. Okay, I think I'm going to go to the Lenormand. Why isn't Christina's boyfriend returning messages? He better have a good reason, too. Oh, I know. You know, I hate to say it, but I think that he's got a point. Because as far as him not returning your messages, he's getting restless. You know, it starts out with a crossroads, which, you know, you really don't like to see that out of a guy that you love, that you see kind of distancing himself from you. But this is what's happening. You know, he's looking, he's kind of looking for a way to get out of the relationship easily, I think. He is working on taking time, and he's looking at what's next. And what's next. So you know, and golly, I wish I could. I hate it when I have bad news here. But if you think that he was thinking about maybe exploring and flirting with what's what else is out there, he is. I'm just going to throw down a few more cards just for advice to you. Okay, so for you, it shows you in control of the serpent. So it says that, don't be afraid to be sharp-tongued and don't be afraid to say what you feel in your heart, even if it is a little bit cross, because it looks like you've got some boldness and some sun coming into your life, so it looks like, sometimes when you know what's happening, it's easier to look on a path forward, and that's what I see for you. It says if you stand up for yourself and what's right for you and protect yourself, you're going to have good summer, and luck is on your side. Okay, so your boyfriend's up to no good, and if you want to be a B word about it, the cards think you should be.
Hey, well, here we are.
Censoring myself.
Censoring yourself. Everybody's getting censored. Nobody's getting canceled, though.
Oh.
The Queen of Swords would like to know whether LM is interested in dating.
All right. I have to give special respect to fellow royalty. Okay. LM for the Queen of Swords. Lady with the Sword of Truth and the severed head. I know who the Queen of Swords is. So, Queen of Swords and LM, and we are using the Lenormand.
For LM.
Yes. Woo! Looks good, looks good, looks good. Okay. Okay, well, basically what I'm getting this bottom line is it is about LM that he's got his own deal breakers here, but I think you'll be all right. But it is kind of saying with this guy, there's a few things that previously were deal breakers because cards are kind of reminding you of the things that you're overlooking and forgiving with this guy. But having said that, if you look at just what's here, this guy, it must be new because it's kind of like it's saying you're popping his eyes. He saw you and now he's got eyes for you. But he still seems to be in the stage where he's trying to figure out how to charm you, because you haven't even gotten to the point where it's really off the ground yet. But it's going to get to that point because it says that June's going to be lucky for your relationship, and I do see the two of you together doing some canoodling over the summer. So LM seems to be a good distraction for you, maybe long term.
Enjoy your summer.
Enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Hopefully, they're talking about letting us actually do stuff. Next, we have Amy.
Hi, Amy.
How many months am I meeting my next partner?
Got to get rid of the one you got now first. and I just say that, Amy, just because it feels like you've got some cords still attached to you. And it almost feels like you want to know that there's another one, coming before you let go of this one, and just let go of whatever you need to let go. Let go of it with no guarantees. Trust in yourself. But let's see what is coming up for you in relationships. Well, and even the Lenormand starts out with that broken mirror. You have to. It's almost like you're not going through that last little bit of heartache. but you need to. You need to let go completely. As soon as you let go completely, there's somebody right there, because a new beginning wants to happen for you. So whatever you're hanging on to, let go of it. You'll be surprised at how fast someone new comes in. So once you completely cut ties, it takes 4 weeks for you to meet someone new. Okay, and just the one final thought that the cards are throwing at me is that whoever it is you're letting go of right now, be sure this is something that you actually want to cut loose, because it feels like this is somebody who has a lot of feeling for you. And so you might have to deal with somebody who's whining and mopey on the sidelines, if you will. There might be some friend connections there. Anyhow, who's next?
Sweet baby girl's also looking for love.
Hi, sweet baby girl. The name
She's
like
already in a relationship. Anything specific happened? Know about it. So it's a really concise question.
Okay. So is there anything the sweet baby girl needs to know about her relationship? Here we are. Sweet baby girl. Oh, so far so good. So far so good. Oh, okay. So this one, the one where this feels like relationship wise, the fellow that you're involved with, I think he has some health problems coming up that he's not paying attention to. So that's actually that's pretty much it. Everything else looks good. So don't let him not take care of himself. But you guys are headed in a good direction. You looks like setting up housekeeping. Love's moving along just fine. You've actually had some good news in the last little while. He needs to watch his health. He's got something brewing there. But it looks like you guys are flying just fine. Okay.
Alrighty then. That was for Jojo. No,
It was
not
for sweet baby
That
girl.
was for sweet baby girl. Sorry, I've already scrolled past that. Next, we have Jojo. Jojo wants to know whether she's going back to school in September or next January.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so September or January. School for Jojo. Yeah, just do 3 cards, and we'll stick with the Lenormand cards. Okay. That's interesting. Oh yeah. It seems like it happens in 2022. I'm basing it on the 2 there, and plus that there's kind of an agreement there. So I think that there's something, maybe it's some kind of grant or a fellowship or something like that. There's some sort of an agreement that you need to make before you start school. But overall, it feels like that last little bit of school is going to work out very well for you. Yeah. 2022.
There we are. There I am. Is looking for an apartment.
Okay, and I am going to switch cards here because I can. And we're going to pull out my Pamela Coleman Smith deck. Everybody knows I like those because it has the bonus cards. So an apartment for Mary Ann. All right. Ooh. My goodness, you have got a lot of major arcana cards here. and it looks like you're already trying to line up an apartment, because even as you speak, there's something that you just in your guts, you're going to get it, and yes, you are going to get it. You are going to get the apartment that you are wishing for, and there's absolutely nothing wrong here. Yeah, you get the one you want. All right.
Next, we have Lisa Love.
Oh, hi,
General reading
Lisa.
for the week. It's nice to see all these regulars again. If
So
you're
nice.
new here, welcome. Don't forget to give us a like and a share, and hey, if you feel like it, hit that subscribe button. And remember, all readings are for entertainment purposes only.
Okay, and we have Lisa Love, right?
Lisa Love.
General reading for the week. I'll just throw 3 cards here. Okay, so the first thing you get is a 5 of Cups reversed. And so this tells me that this week is a healing week where you're finally moving on from some... I think that there may have been some politics or some bad feelings. It just like it says that this week starts off putting a lot of things behind you. Where maybe places and relationships that have been tense for the last little while are suddenly going to calm down and be relaxed. But it feels like emotionally you're moving forward in a good way with what you have left. Because of course this is a card that says that there has been some loss, and that's probably why there's been tension in that. But we're going into healing mode. And even reverse, the Sun is a good card. There's just no way you can make this into a bad card. But it does say that for the last little while you felt a little isolated, a little alone. And coming into this week, you're going to find yourself more sociable. You're going to find that people are just more receptive to what you have to say. So it's going to be a good week for you.
Woohoo! Good week for everybody.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Yeah. Well, you can always have a good week if you're willing to go along with what the energy's put in front of you.
Well, that supermoon has passed us. Apparently that messed up a lot of people's energies. And first week of June, people are happier. Summer's coming, the heat's coming, the hurricanes are coming.
The vaccinations are coming, people.
Woohoo! We got our shot. Yay!
Hey,
Hey, Haunting Live wants to know whether the Wednesday show is going to have any more problems. Apparently they've had some issues the last couple of months.
Yes, they have. Oh, it's so bad when you get the troll problems. Shame on anybody who's decided to be a troll. Let's see what this... Yes. Okay, so the card that just came flying out was 10 of Cups, and that's a really good card. And it talks about, finally being... When I see the rainbow, because you talk about podcasts, you talk about what you put out there, and that's why I see the rainbow. And finally, it does seem to work out a bit. You don't lose any of your viewers. The viewers that you had, that you may have had on Facebook, are going to follow through and go to your website and go to the YouTube channel. So yes, what you've done as far as backing away from Facebook does get rid of your trolls. Thank goodness.
Guess not all trolls like rock and roll after all.
I know. I don't know what it is with Facebook and trolls.
It's not just Facebook, they're everywhere.
Well, I know they are, but it's just they seem to be exceptionally plentiful on Facebook.
Well, yeah, you've got professional.
Yeah.
No, seriously, there's trolls.
Well, yeah.
And the other thing is we've been locked up for a while, so people get a little bit antisocial. Next, we have Kelly Saunders.
Hi, Kelly. It's nice to see you. And how may I help you, Kelly?
She's looking to sell her house.
Good time. Market is hot.
Wasn't a wet.
Oh, we're looking. 1, 6, 1. Okay, so within a month of when you will sell within it. And now I'm assuming that your house is on the market right now. It's giving me a 1 and a 1 and a 6, and so that tells me that you will sell it within 6 weeks or in June if it's already on the market. But you've got to, it doesn't get any smaller than 1. So I just have a feeling that, as far as selling it, all you have to do is put the for sale sign. Just like that. It's a hot market.
Stratford.
Yeah. The Ace of Pentacles right there.
Well, there you go, Kelly. Quick sale. Everybody wants that. Good luck finding a new place. Nobody wants that. That's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
Suzanne wants to know whether the first 2 weeks of June will be like. She's got some new leads to read.
Okay. First 2 weeks in June for Suzanne. Okay. Mm-hmm. A couple more shuffles. Suzanne, my dear, let's see what the first 2 weeks in June are going to be like for you. Oh, fast, on the move. You're going to want to make sure that make sure you get enough sleep. It just feels like you're active. So you might be, sometimes when life is really throwing a lot of things at us, our minds get so active we can't shut it down at night. And it just feels like the next 2 weeks is going to be like that. I'm not so sure I like this. It feels like I know I said I didn't like this. It's kind of like, I think that you have to be careful that nobody throws busy work at you. Like if they ask your opinion, it's just funny. I just feel almost like somewhere along the line over these 2 weeks, they're going to ask you to make a decision on something where the decision's already been made. Kind of like wasting your time. And you don't need that. But you have the Ten of Pentacles, and it is reversed, so it tells me that it's not going to happen right away. But it does feel like over the next 2 weeks, they're going to be talking about plans for years to come. So it just feels like suddenly you're looking at a more long-term commitment work-wise. But got a real active couple of weeks. Make sure you get your sleep.
Okay then. Next we have Fareed.
Hi, Fareed.
What are Senon's feelings towards me?
Okay. So, your loved one. Fareed, love. Guess you would call it a crush. You have a crush at any age, really. And I'm sorry if I have the genders mixed up here. Oh, the number 8. Okay, so it feels like there's an evolution here. So you both are going through some changes. But this individual thinks that you are changing in some very positive ways and sees that you seem to be more in tune with what you want from life. But overall, this is somebody that sees strengthen the relationship between the two of you and thinks that it is evolving in a good way. So you're just fine. I know it's taking its time, but that's the delicious thing about relationships. You know, they start out small. They start out slow, and it gives you stuff to talk about later on. But this feels like something, you know, when it ends up on the strength card, that tells me that you've got something that has potential to last a long, long time. And she says, be confident. Even if you don't think there's a good reason to be confident anyway. Don't let insecurity show at all. This is somebody who might not be showing it, but does care a great deal about you. And is probably just as worried about how you feel about him.
Alrighty then. That was for Fareed. Next we have Anna.
Hi,
When will
Anna.
I be relocating? When will I be relocating? Oh. When will I be relocating? There we go. It's back.
When will I be relocating? In 3 months. Yep. In 3 months.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah. Well, it feels like it's when the time is ripe, when it starts to come together, it comes together quickly because it feels like you've got support of your friends, support and help of your friends. You're going toward a nice new beginning. And of course, there's that whole love thing. There's always the whole love thing.
Next, we have AP, who wants to know what's going on the next 6 months. That sounds more like a reading you want to pay for, AP.
But we'll take a quick peek. And I am available for paid in-depth readings. Anybody who would like to make an appointment for an online reading with your Queen of Ooga Booga, just send an email to thequeenofoogaBooga@gmail.com and we'll set something up. I offer half-hour and 1-hour readings, but now we're taking a quick peek into the next 6 months.
Yep, next 6 months for AP.
Reader's Digest version of the next 6 months. Okay, so a lot happens. This is not a time to let grass grow under your feet.
Sorry, that was just a good thing. There.
Yeah, I appreciate where you're coming from there, but you're on the move. This is not, next 6 months is not a time to procrastinate. No procrastination. No procrastination, and also you're kind of getting a warning about you know who in your circle is nasty gossips. You know who the negative people are, and shame on you if you let them influence you. You know, when I look at this, this is kind of a card of backstabbing and just overall nastiness. And it just, when I put my hand on it, I get the phrase, you knew I was a snake before you let me in. Yep. And by the time you get to September, make sure you have a financial plan. I know you asked about 6 months, but this says by September you should have a financial plan for the next 10 years in place. Okay, so there you go.
That was the Reader's Digest version, that's for sure. Next we have Astrid.
Hi, Astrid.
She wants to know whether Chatendra is being honest regarding love.
Well, you know, if your spidey sense tells you something.
Well, and she's one side and he's another.
Interesting. The first one you get is a hermit. And the thing with the hermit, remember I said if your spidey sense tells you something. And the hermit, again, talks about this. The hermit is about is inner reflection and just the the things that we realize on our own. And so you're starting to realize a few things, and you're starting to realize them right. And I know you might not want to see them, but you are definitely, you're definitely realizing it right. This person has not been honest with you, and you're kind of seeing it, even though you don't want to say anything about it, because the hermit's still silent. The hermit still keeps his information to himself. When he looks, he says, "No, this one's dropping some stuff that's not true." Ace of Swords. I would say right now, follow your instincts, because whatever it is that you're suspecting, at the very least, there's dishonesty here. So prepare yourself based on what your instincts are here. Definitely don't set up your future based on what you feel is a lie, because when you see this Ace of Swords, that's about the truth coming out. So whatever the truth is, it's going to come out in a real big way. But because you already have that instinct as to what it's going to be, plan accordingly. Okay. Wish I could have given you better news.
Who doesn't? Anyhow, Grace wants to know whether
Hi, Grace.
whether her work visa, I have problems with my B's and my W's, will get processed in June.
Looks good. I knew it. This one right here is one of the bonus cards. And it's misdirection, but it's misdirection reversed. Yes, but do your research on your own. Don't believe what one person tells you. My southern mother used to say, trust everybody but count the silver. Even if somebody says, okay, it's absolutely supposed to be done in 1, 2, 3 order, make sure you do your homework and confirm everything you're being told, because somewhere along the line, somebody might give you some misinformation that will not be good for you. But yeah, as long as it looks really, really good for you to get your work visa in June. You got the one, the new beginning, starting right away. But just that, make sure that somebody doesn't give you some misdirection.
Okay,
But two aces, who could ask?
Time here, and it's 5 to 10. I've cut off the questions. That's what's up there. We're gonna get through. At least we're gonna try to get through.
And last week I ended on the 1, 2, 3, and I got some special crystal therapy cards for the 1, 2, 3 at the end of the show. And I'll tell you what that's all about after these questions. How many more questions do we have?
Tabitha, no?
Hi.
Yep, Tabitha Joe wants to know about love in June.
Okay, love for Tabitha. Did you want love in June?
Or July.
Okay.
At this point, I think any month will do. That goes for all of you ladies looking for love. That's 2 and 3.
Amen. Okay, but over the summer, it says first off, get out there. Even if you're going stag, get out there. Get out in the world. Make sure you do that. And the 9 of Pentacles reversed, it works, sometimes to say, oh, I don't have enough money to do this, and I don't have enough money to do that. But there's always, even if it's just going out window shopping or just getting a cup of coffee or something, it is possible to get out in the world on a budget. And the reason I say that is because I do see somebody coming into your life, the King of Swords, and he has intense eyes. He has really intense eyes. He seems to know what he wants. He's not shy. What else can I tell you about this guy? It feels like you're going to meet him maybe late June, early July. So get out and about. You're going to meet somebody intense. That wouldn't surprise me if maybe he's a Scorpio or something. He's one of the more intense signs. You know, he might work with computers or something along those lines, because it feels like he's a very intelligent person.
Well, there you are, Tabitha. Next we have Paris. Looking for a romantic partner. Why do they always lie? Romantic partner. They're not looking for a romantic partner.
Yeah, just looking for love, and it's fine. And who's looking for love?
Paris.
It's fine to look for love. As human beings, we're driven to look for love. That's so sweet. We found love. Darling, it never happens the way you think it's going to happen. Because it feels like the person you're focusing on right now is a bit of an idiot. And I know your friends just laughed, but even though that doesn't seem to be going anywhere, it gets you just distracted that you don't notice somebody else coming in. So there's somebody trying to get your attention. So love's going to find you. It's just not going to be with whoever you're obsessing over right now.
All right, next we have Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Reading for June.
Okay.
We have our 1-year anniversary coming up on the show.
Wow.
June. And we have a wedding anniversary.
It's 4 years now.
It's been 4 years?
It's been 4 years.
Wow, how the time crawls.
Who am I doing this for?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay. And Michelle's looking for love?
General reading.
General reading. Whew. You've got... Okay, so first off, whatever restrictions you thought you had career-wise and whatever you thought you couldn't do career-wise, all the I can'ts, all the self-doubts, all the self-abnegation, put those in the garbage. You have got an opportunity being presented to you in June, and take it. Don't worry about any self-doubts or anything like that. No self-doubts. You've got luck on your side. So June is a fortunate month for you. No self-doubt.
Well, there you are, Michelle. Next we have Amanda, who would also like a general reading.
Okay.
That's the trend for the next several questions.
There's nothing wrong with general readings.
No, not at all.
It lets us know, well, okay, what part of my life is going to need my attention next. Okay, and this is for Michelle?
Oh, this is for Amanda.
Amanda. Okay, so Amanda's you have the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man is about sacrifices, but it's about making plans for the future. So it's kind of like saving up for a rainy day, stuff like that. So now is the time for you to, your actions and your plans should reflect long term. So this is time to think long term. Definitely think long term. It tells me that career-wise, you're quite competitive right now. So this is the time for you to be a little bit bolder and a little bit more confident in what you want. Ask for what you want. Go for what you want. And don't feel bad. One of the things I see happening around you is with this Five of Cups. This Five of Cups says somebody else's loss is your gain. And just because somebody else's loss is your gain does not mean you made somebody else lose something or that you're happy that somebody else lost. But it does say that you are going to have a gain over the summer right there. And again, grab the opportunities that are in front of you. Know that there's competition, you win the competition.
Well, there you go, Amanda. Next we have Tanya, who would also like a general reading.
Hi, Tanya. It's nice to see you.
But she's only looking for a week, not the whole year.
Okay. Oh, Tanya for the week. It's not going to rain this week, but I get something about you and water. So make sure you keep your...
Glass full?
No, I just feel like maybe water damage of some sort. Just make sure you turn your taps off. Might have some plumbing problems this week. I just get that water coming in where it shouldn't be. Okay, one of the things with this week is that you are focusing in on relationships and perhaps the things you can do to heal a relationship. So it feels like there's still some negotiations going there and that we haven't totally solved everything relationship-wise around you. Okay, and what works against you? You got the Nine of Pentacles, and this feels like this is something long term. Long term savings that maybe you haven't taken advantage of RRSPs or some of the retirement plans the way you should have. So this might be a good time for you to figure out how you've set up long term retirement funds and maybe adjust that a little bit. It feels like it needs a little tweaking. And another thing this week. Okay. My biggest piece of advice for you this week, and you'll use it every day, is this. Never fight with a pig. You get dirty and the pig loves it. That will be very valuable advice for you this week, Tanya.
Hey, we got next. NC would like a general reading.
Okay, NC. And thank you to NC and everybody who tuned in this week and tunes in every week. Make sure you tell your friends about it. Again, anybody who would like to be read in the first segment of the show, when I read my emails, just send me your question in an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com before 7 o'clock Sunday on the day of the show. Okay? And how long of a reading are we looking for here?
This is a general reading for NC and Z. Oh, NC, as in North Carolina.
Okay.
And Fareed, a little message for Fareed here. It doesn't matter that you or Senan are the same sex. It does not really affect the reading in any way. There's always a masculine and female energy in any relationship, the top and the bottom.
Yeah, and I felt like I was getting something sideways gender-wise, so thank you for that confirmation. And What was the question again with this one?
Nancy wants a general reading.
Okay, and I say that because this Page of Swords here, as I was shuffling the cards for you, it kind of flipped over a little bit, so that now it shows up again. And this talks about moving forward. But the thing with the swords, any of the sword cards, they have this thing about, truth first. It's the sword of truth. And they tend to be very intolerant of lies. And this is a good time for you to be intolerant of lies and truth first. Lead with the truth. That's what the Page of Swords is telling you. Even if it creates trouble, still lead with the truth. It does feel the Chariot talks about moving forward, and even though life hasn't moved forward in the past, it looks like whatever stalls you have are starting to break free. Because you come here, and this shows, just this location and everything, it shows potential, but stalled. Here it shows moving forward faster with the Page of Swords. You see the wind there. It's moving forward, and it's moving toward the future, which is the world. Yes, definitely. Right now, except no lies, not even little white lies. The truth will get you the world, will get you everything you want. You're headed in a good direction. Anybody who tells you otherwise, I'm telling you the truth.
Well, there we are. NC. Next we have Pony. The people in my counting class view me positive. I have to ask.
You never know, because
It's probably really hard to read accountants.
well, yeah, they're such fun people. But that, and, sometimes we see our own insecurity, we project our own insecurities on other people. And people who look at us just fine, we're thinking, oh, they think I'm stupid, they think I'm fat, they think I'm this, they think I'm that, because we're self-critical. So let's see about the people in your class. Because I just got a feeling that you might be being a little self-critical. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I see. In a way, you feel like you don't fit in. You might feel a little like a fish out of water there. So that might be, you feel like you're a little different. They like you just fine. You're not as different as you think you are. Whatever whether you're taller than everybody, whether you're older than everybody, whether you're this more than anybody or this less than anybody, however you feel like you're so different, you're not. They like you just fine. You've got the lovers, you've got the world. You fit in better than you think. So just relax, look forward to going to the class, put a smile on your face, say hi to everybody like you like them because they like you.
Okay, there you are, Pony. Everybody likes you. It's terrible news, isn't it?
Well, more often than
Now
not, people tend
to meet their expectations.
People are more likely to like us than they are to unlike us, not like us.
Anyhow, next we have Queen G, who wants to know if the guides have anything for her.
Okay.
And I think that might be the last one.
Okay, and stick around because I have something special for everybody. Okay, so Queen G, another royalty, respect to the royalty. And she just wants to see if she's got some messages from her guides, and we'll just take a look, see at that. Okay, the one thing that the guides tell you in this, it seems to be a continuation of the message from before, is that even when you're not, the world always loves us when we're ahead, when we're winning, and when our pockets are full of money and we can give everything out to everybody. But then when we feel like we're not winning, we think that maybe the world doesn't like us so much. And this one shows me that you have good support around you. Even and especially when life sets you back a little bit, know you have friends. You know, whenever you feel like you have a little bit of a setback, make sure you talk to your friends. Give them a chance to be supportive. Give them a chance to cheer you up. They like doing that. Who is it that I'm reading?
Queen G.
Queen G. Okay, Queen G. It looks like somebody is crushing on you hard that you might not be paying attention to. Just saying. Somebody loves you. Somebody's looking at you and saying, oh, I'd like to spend some time and a few glasses of wine with her. Okay.
Well, Reed, you can always watch the show back. Bless you. He said. And now Sally says she has a surprise.
Okay, well, now I know that I did this last week with the cards. I thought, I think I should use the crystal therapy cards. These were a present from my cousin Mark, and I haven't used them very much. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to draw 3 of the crystal of the cards, and I'm going to hold them up, and then you just pick whichever one you feel the most attracted to. Let's give the cards a cut, and then 1, 2, and 3. So you have 1, you have 2, and you have 3. So pick one, whichever one you are the most attracted to, and that's going to be your message for the week, whether you have 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, or 3. Anybody who picked 1 this week, you have the psychic shield of protection. And the crystal there, it's a purple eye. So it's not really crystal. It's this psychic shield of protection. But purple is an amethyst type color. So your message this week, anybody who picked 1, is that your angels are protecting you this week. Okay, so if you get a feeling like you should get out of a room, get out of the room. Follow your instincts, because that's part of a shield of protection too. So who picked number 2? And number 2 is one of my favorite crystals. Number 2 is the emerald. And your message for this week is about money. Because emerald, the green stone, it's a money attract stone. And this should be a good week for you to do things to attract money to yourself. And then those who picked 3 get Herkimer diamond. There's a whole bunch of Herkimer diamonds here, and I love Herkimer diamonds. They're just these little balls of energy, and they do talk about energy going through your life. So anybody who picked number 3, it's going to be a very active week. Things are going to be happening, and you can you can push your luck a little bit this week. But look for it to be energy, so anything that you wanted to move or change, this is the week to do it. Okay, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to look into the Ghosts of Queens event that will be held on October 29th and the 30th with your Queen of Ooga Booga and the Haunting Live podcast crew, plus a special guest from the Ghosts of Dufferin County and beyond. For more information, go to the Haunting Live website, and there'll be all the information about the event and how to become part of it. See you again next week. Anybody who wants to have their question answered right away, make sure you send an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com, and also send an email to that address if you would like to set up a private in-depth reading with your queen, Sally Diane. Other than that, have a great week, everybody. See you again next week.
Bye-bye, everybody. Enjoy this.
Hi, everybody. Sally Diane here with Haunting Live Podcast, and they're going down into the basement of the Queen's.
We've been granted access to the basement. This location did have a great fire. How are you feeling right now, Trev? Don't be afraid.